Thank you to Mr. Vice President. So what you're saying basically is sensitization, and I think that would really help indeed. Speaking of the Amazonian Restoration Forces, we do have a report here in that regard, and we'll get your reaction just after we take this very report. Now, this happened April 5th and April 4th. There was an exchange of gunfire in Bafut local government area between the Ambazonian Restoration Forces and the colonial occupier La République du Cameroon soldiers, neutralizing a good number of La République soldiers. Report reaching Undaunted through a French Cameroonian activist and blogger, Nzul Manto, confirms that two La République du Cameroon soldiers were killed by Ambazonian Restoration Forces in Manfei, and one of whom was a staff sergeant whose only name was given as Tamba, and his colleague, a young 19-year-old unidentified report.
Well, the Ambazonian Restoration Forces in Manfei did this surgical operation on Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, at a shootout with the colonial occupier enemy forces. In another report, this time from Bafut local government area, Undaunted gathered that the colonial La Republic the Cameroon occupier army ambushed and killed at least 3 civilians in Mfoya, a small village in Bafut, on April 4th.
Well, the report adds that a notorious armed robber known as Bible was equally neutralized that fateful day. ABC Amba TV. Our sources confirm that on the side of the colonial La République du Cameroon's army, some soldiers were also killed by the Bafut Ambazonian Restoration Forces, and their colleagues hid their bodies in a room near the compound where the arm exchange took place.
All right, Mr. Vice President. Now, from reports that we have on a regular basis, we can see that Bui, Manfei, Bafut, maybe sometimes a touch of Bamenda, the Ambazonian Restoration Forces in this area or in these areas seems to be doing a wonderful job. You know, just like you are commending or you are sensitizing other towns, villages, local government areas to do the needful. There are some other towns, local government that are doing exceedingly well, where firepower is increasing. Should we at least commend them? Let's get to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, whenever we go into meetings, I always take my hat off to them because they have actually held the flag very well. And we are trying to replicate that all over the place. You see, it is not our intention. Some people might look at it and say, hey, these people just want war. No, it is our intention to defend our communities. No one in the diaspora, none of us ever asked these men and women to pick up arms. Look at what is happening in Akko. Some people just come in there, harassing the population, kidnapping them and taking them to unknown places. When these people get sensitized and they say enough is enough, and they start picking their weapons and going out and defending their communities, it wouldn't have been because I said something. It would have been because they have felt the pain of that barbarism, of losing their loved ones every day. So the thing is, today we are engaged. When I mean today, I mean we are now engaged in drafting ourselves because we want to bring some sanity to this situation, in the sense that we want to make sure that we have at least the minimum means of helping recalibrate some of these areas that have been so cold for a long time. We want to make sure that they have what they need. We want to make sure we can give them the right counsel. But I've always said that the few brave men and women who have actually stood up to this barbarism cannot finish the job. They need the help from the able men and women who are actually just civilians, who are also being killed every day. I can guarantee you that civilians die more than the armed, the Ambazonian Restoration Forces. Because the Ambazonian Restoration Forces carry almost the same kind of weapons that the Republic of Cameroon terrorist troops carry. That is why when they get frustrated after being hammered by our restoration forces, what do? They go into our civilian population and just start killing them to demoralize them. So if If these people are killing you, even though you are not part of the restoration forces, then why not become one? Why not just buy yourself a gun and protect your community? So that is my encouragement. So, like you said, ladies, some areas have always been very effective in their self-defense endeavors, but we are also encouraging other parts of Ambazonia to step up and to actually bring help to these people who are coming in and killing us all the time. So I hope that with what we are trying to do, things are going to get better. But I'm encouraging every Southern Cameroonian, every able man and woman to defend your communities. It is not just the responsibilities of the few restoration forces that we have. If you don't want all our people to die, please arm yourself. Every civilian in Ambazonia should carry a weapon. If you are in a community of 500 people, endeavor to have at least 300 people with guns. How many La Republique soldiers will going to come there and just kill you? You have to be able to defend yourself. I have been saying this for a long time. I'm going to keep saying it. Self-defense is a right. It's a universal right. No one should be killed because they don't have anything to defend themselves with. When you live in a lawless society, where the government actually encourages militias to go in and kill you, the government brings in Fulanis from Nigeria to come and kidnap your people, and then you sit and you are looking at who? At the interim government. We don't have the capability to protect all of you. Protect yourselves. Arm yourselves. Please, start buying your guns. If you don't know how to get one, talk to the restoration forces. They will get one for you, and you pay them. And you defend yourself, defend your homes, defend your children, defend your brothers, defend your mothers. Please do it. Otherwise, you're going to all die. Don't ever let La Republique decimate your community. Buy your gun and defend yourselves. Thank you.